There has been major disruption at airports across the UK this evening after all departing flights were paused because of a technical issue at air traffic control. All airports from London Heathrow to Gatwick to Manchester and Edinburgh have been affected. This happened at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The National Air Traffic Control Service, NATS, says the issue has now been fixed, but the delays are continuing. Passengers due to travel are being told to check with their airline. Well, Boris Redfern is one of those passengers waiting at Heathrow for his flight to take off.
Well, we were scheduled to fly at 3:35. I've been on the plane for nearly 2.5 hours. And we've just heard over the tannoy system that it's going to be at least another 90 minutes before we get in the air. So I was due to land in Pisa at 6:30 and I'll be arriving at 10 p.m. We didn't really have any word for the first 60 minutes or so, and then there was another hour-long gap. So we've had 2 or 3 kind of updates as to what's going on. Nobody seems to have any idea what has actually happened from the air traffic control perspective. We've just gotten that it's a technical glitch. Initially, it was that had knocked out the whole of the southeast of the UK, but then I've had other people say it's across the whole country.
Well, Sammy Gabriel from Newbury in Berkshire sent us this video from Barcelona Airport. He says his flight to the UK did a U-turn around 30 minutes in the air and returned to Barcelona. Have a listen.
We've just landed back at Barcelona Airport. All the UK flights, UK-bound flights, of course, having to return due to the air traffic issues. Pilots informed us that the plane's just been refueled, and shortly when we get an opportunity, we'll be taking off again and heading back to the UK. So all in all, it's going to be a few hours break.
Let's cross live now to our transport correspondent, Simon Browning, who is at Heathrow Airport. And Simon, bring us up to date with the very latest on the disruption.
Yeah, it's been a difficult day for the aviation and airline industry this afternoon. That temporary outage at the National Air Traffic Control Centre, it was only for 20 minutes, but it causes major disruption. Now, the National Air Traffic Control Centre effectively manages the motorways of the sky. It manages where our flights go around the UK, from airports arriving into the UK when we get on our planes and head outside of the United Kingdom on our holidays and to other destinations right around the world. But when those systems goes down, it's a real compromise on safety, because effectively those managing the skies can't actually see properly, and when technical problems happen, they need to make sure safety is paramount, and planes needed to be grounded for the safety of all of us using the skies. And that's exactly what happened. A tech outage led to a temporary grounding of flights only for 20 minutes. Now, the systems came back online within 20 minutes, but the impact is substantial. The aviation sector and airlines operate on such tiny margins. Planes land, they take off, planes land, they take off. Any disruption or delays causes a serious knock-on, and when the whole system goes down, the knock-on is substantial and serious, and that's exactly what we're seeing now. 20 minutes after the outage happened, NATS got their systems back on, and I'm at Heathrow. Planes have started again. We know that Heathrow has only cancelled 16 flights here. Manchester Airport has told me that it's cancelled 6. But that data and information is still coming through. And as we heard from some of those clips from passengers, lots of passengers were heading inbound into the United Kingdom. But because those effectively motorways of the sky and the ability to read them had gone down, planes were diverted and sent back. So we're going to have a situation now where planes are in the wrong place, passengers are in the wrong place, and crews are in the wrong place. And this comes at a time when it's the 1st of August tomorrow. It is globally the busiest time for travel. And this is just not what the aviation and airline sector wants to have as its peak time happens. It wants its customers to have confidence that things won't go wrong. And lots of investigations happened a couple of years ago when a similar outage happened with NATS. Their systems went down, 700,000 passengers were disrupted, and it took about a week to recover that. Now, as I say, lots of reviews happened to try and stop what's happened today, and it's happened. Now, the good news is it only happened for 20 minutes, whether that was a beneficiary of the fact that those reviews had happened and systems were in place, but it still happened, and there's going to be disruption. And I would imagine people who are heading away on their summer holes in the next couple of days or coming into the UK might be feeling a little bit nervous. But as I say, operations are trying to get back to normal at Heathrow and other UK airports at the moment.
Simon, thank you very much indeed for that update. Well, transport and travel expert Simon Calder spoke to me earlier, and he said that aside from the economic loss, such disruptions cause significant emotional distress for passengers.
Yeah, the huge emotional cost of this. Everybody is looking at the economic cost, or at least in the aviation industry, and the shutdown of Heathrow on the 21st of March because of a fire at an electrical substation. That cost the airlines £100 million. Well, it costs a couple of 100,000 passengers their travel plans. Desperately difficult times. Everyone is really emotionally invested in their travels. And yeah, we get used to the idea of a delay of an hour or two. But if you're told, as for example, passengers travelling from London City to Glasgow tonight have been told your flight is simply cancelled, then you're not able easily to switch to another flight because there simply aren't the seats available. And while it's easy to say what people's rights are, you've got to have an alternative flight as soon as possible, and that can be on a different airline, whatever is going to get you there fastest. If there aren't any seats available, well, that's just awful. Airlines, again, having to put up passengers in hotels, but there are going to be thousands and thousands of people stuck at various airports, I fear, overnight tonight, and I'm not sure there will be enough room for them.
Well, as always, you can get more information on the very latest on this disruption and the ongoing disruption at various airports in the UK on the BBC's website. There's a live page there being updated minute by minute if you have time to step away from the TV.